So let's start with her base color, and she put in a base gray for the cat. So that's the shape of the cat, just simply in gray. And then she added a little shape for the nose and the eye, just little shapes. And then started putting the detail on top. And the ears, more detail on the cat, but notice how she just did it with little strokes. Little brush marks. More detail on the ears. The whiskers. Oh my God, that's funny. So I'm going to close this background, the back cat layer. And so those were all sub layers. And then she put a dark overlay on top of the window frame area. And here's the background cat. So I'll turn that off too so that, oh, we did that, sorry. That was that cat. And here comes light that comes in the window a little bit. And we are missing a cat. That's odd. There was this. Okay. Here's the foreground cat. But I have to turn it on to actually take out. Do you want to see how she built this? I think it's good for you all to see this because she works in such a simple way, but then puts the details on top. And I think she's very effective in her method. So I'm going to start to build that foreground cat. The nose, the eye details, body fur. And she labels everything. She's a poster child for how I explained to do it. Hair in the ear, but notice they're just little marks. Head fur. Head fur, whiskers. And that's it. What do you think? Nice, huh? I like it. Okay, here's her photo in case you would want.
I really liked it.
Here's the photo. Actually, some of the marks are showing through the photo. And here, I think that's actually some of her marks that she somehow made a mistake and put on top of the photo. So no photo is showing through. She didn't copy, none of this is not photographic, it's painted. I like it too. The color is nice. Let's go back to the color. She changed it a little, just as Zooming changed his. So the color is not exactly the same.
Especially, she warmed it up a bit.
Pardon me, Felicia?
She warmed it up a bit.
Thank you. I agree. Yep, she did. Sometimes, like from my end, when you're speaking, it's a little staticky.
Okay.
That's okay. I got it this time. Are you hearing me pretty well?
Yeah, I hear you fine.
Okay. So she gave me about 4 or 5 different photos of her cats. And I like this one because I like the composition of the window and the cat in 3/4 view. She gave me another photo that was pretty similar to this one, but the cats were both in profile, so you never saw the whole eye of any of one of the cats. So I think it's really important to actually see part of the face. And in the 2 of the photos, the cat was sleeping. So it was just kind of draped over a piece of furniture, which is not anywhere near as interesting as seeing the eye of an animal, right? Or the eye of a figure of a person. So this one was for me, the most interesting to paint too. I just wanted to tell you, we spent a while selecting this photo. She had sent them to me via email. So we emailed back and forth. We didn't do it in class. So that's why none of you saw this happening, because we did it via email. You can email me also if you have a question about something. I mean, I'm not going to send you back long answers. When she sent me these, I basically was, I like number 2, you know. I mean, we narrowed it down from something like 8 to 3, and then I picked one of them. Okay, Roland.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go, I think, let's see, yours is right here. Good, Roland. That's good.
I just updated it in Photoshop just right now. I don't know why I forgot to turn off the view of the original picture.
I'm building it. I'm just showing what you did.
Okay.
Nice. That's nice. Nice. Good. That's as far as you are right now?
Right now, I just did the sky and try to make the background trees looking a bit detailish, I think.
Nice. It's nice. The colors are nice. The shapes of the trees are good. I like the leaves on the ground. You could put maybe a tiny bit more dark, a little bit of texture in it, a little bit more texture. Not too much, not detailed because it's in the midground, but just a little bit more texture to show us that they're leaves. A little bit of line maybe, or a little bit of, you know, shapes in here.
Okay.
Look at the original. Let me see what the original one's like. I suspect that we see a tiny bit of texture in it. I can't see. I have to turn everything else off to see the original. Actually, it looks like you put some detail, but it's not showing up on the green background. I like this tree a lot. Let's see how it's depicted in this. Yeah, I think just a tiny bit of, a little bit of a speckling of brown would help. Yeah. But otherwise, really good. I like what you did. You don't have to if you don't want. That's just my suggestion.
What brush did you use for the trees? Did you make a brush for that, or did you use one of the standard brushes that's already there?
No, I just made a brush.
Okay.
Okay, so these are great. It's really nice seeing them. Roland, if you would like it the way it is, you can just leave it how it is too. I
Oh,
like
okay.
also if you put in a little bit of speckling, tiny bit of brown, then show me. If you don't want to, that's fine too. So just keep going. I like it. So anybody else we're doing progress. People are working on these. And last time, those of you who weren't here, we just let people work. And then towards the end of the period, they started showing me how far they'd gotten. And that's what we would be doing in a face-by-face class also. You would be just working and I would sit down next to you and say, let me see how far you've gotten or what you've done today. So we actually work in class on this about 3 times. So we're on our second time of working on it in class. I really want some of these to be finished, so I feel like you are handing in work, even under these difficult circumstances, you know? So I think I have to give you time in class to work on it because I know you have other things that you're doing to take care of outside of class now. If you're at home with your family, there's probably more duties that you have to do at home. So yeah, so I'm giving you this kind of disciplined time to work. You know, you have class on Monday and Wednesday mornings. By the way, if I don't ever send you an invitation, go back into your email. And once the time for class comes around, I will realize that I didn't send you one because I won't be able to find it in my email. It's also, I'm going to check recurring class, which it already has realized. It already says to me that it's a recurring class, which I think means that you can go back to any invitation, click on it, and come into my class. I think that's how that works. Somebody told me, but I'm not sure about that. But I'm pretty good at sending you, I'm pretty good at sending you or remembering to send you invitations. What I'm doing now, in case you didn't notice, is sending you them the day before. So because if I send them too early, I get confused about which one is which. So the first week I did this, I sent them in the weekend before to everybody. And since I have 3 classes, it was kind of confusing for me. So now I'm doing it for everybody's class the day before, okay? So if you don't get one sometime, go in that morning because I will have realized half an hour before class that I didn't do it when I can't find it. You understand? Yeah. All right. So I want other people to send where you're at with this. You do not have to be a genius painter. I mean, you don't have to be super realistic about this. Just put in the shapes and the colors. I love Roland's, and this does not have to be by somebody. You don't have to know a lot about painting and drawing and be able to do this. This is just layering, putting in the shapes and the colors with a brush. It can be very impressionistic, your impression of it. Cool. So let's work today with people showing me your paintings as they progress. Anybody else have something they want me to look at and you're going to send?
Yeah, I sent you a message about, I sent you an assignment. It was exercise number 3. I just don't know that you ever received it. I emailed it to you on the 25th.
Yeah, I did, but it's, So now I have that and I can't put it into Canvas. So it would be good if you could put it into Canvas when I grade them. I'm going to be going through them in Canvas. I did start a folder of pieces that people have sent that are not in Canvas.
Yeah, I tried to put it in I tried to upload it into Canvas, but for some reason it wouldn't load. It just either took forever or it would not load. So I don't know. Would it be better if I sent it through WeTransfer? Oh, there it is.
Looks nice.
Nice, Felicia, that's so nice. Lovely. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
I love the leaves.
I love the leaves.
Like the first two one with the gradient looks really nice.
Thank you.
The gradients are beautiful. I love this area.
Mm-hmm.
You're good at Illustrator. Could be maybe your program. This is beautiful. Do you want to see? I have to show you something. Hold on.
Okay.
This is the same plant now.
Wow, it's so pretty.
It's something, isn't it?
It is. It really grew.
I know. Oh, and it's from 3 years ago. It keeps blossoming. I feed it. But isn't that something else?
It's really beautiful.
My orchid. Well, that's, Alicia, I also like the way you did the table. You put this kind of pattern in this, which is interesting.
Yeah, I was trying to get the grain of the table, and I did a brush for that, but I need to learn how to manipulate it a little bit more. I made it a pattern, so that's kind of how it came out like that.
I think it looks cool. It looks sort of more like some kind of pattern that's in the table, tablecloth or something like
Right.
that. I mostly love the way you did the roots, and I love the way you did the leaves.
Thank you.
Quite lovely. The blends that you picked, or the gradients for the leaves, are exquisite, and the shapes of the way, you managed to capture the shapes of the leaves that are drooping and the dirt. It's really nice. You could print this and frame it.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Well, now I want to encourage you to start painting in Photoshop too.
Yes.
Okay, so anybody else? Okay, resubmission. So it's telling me that Stephanie resubmitted to Canvas. Stephanie, is there? She's left again.
I'm gonna try to send him in.
Yeah, try to submit. Is that Ryan?
Yes.
I can tell. I now know your voice. I'm looking forward. Yeah, even if it's not finished, just looking at where people are at. Stephanie, is there any way that, Stephanie?
Yeah.
Is there any way that you can send it via WeTransfer so I don't have to go into Canvas right now?
Alrighty, I'll send it to I send it to your email and Canvas.
If it's my email, this is just Canvas. No, this is Canvas notifications. Send it via WeTransfer to my email.
Okay.
jcon@pasadena.edu.
Okay. Pasadena EDU?
Pasadena.edu. J. Con.
Okay.
Is it just too big to send? Did you right click and compress it?
Yeah. It should be sending. Why?
I'll go into Canvas. If we can't do it that way, I'll go into Canvas and download it.
Okay.
Ryan, how far are you with yours?
Maybe halfway. I haven't done any of the plants at all, but I have the mountains and the dishes are partway done.
Great. You want to show it to us or work a little bit more? It's up to you. Hi, Gabby.
Alrighty, it's already sent.
Who said that?
I did. Stephanie.
All right, it's sent.
Cool. Um, oh, there it is.
Oh, God.
You started with black also, with a dark background.
Ignore the paper. I forgot to delete that.
Oh. Nice, Stephanie. Wow.
It's not fully complete. I still need to work on it.
Yeah, no, I know. You're getting really much. Wow.
Yikes.
Getting better. Definitely. I think you progressed so much. You're not outlining anymore. I love this part. I love the erasers and the metal on the pencils. The little guy is fine. I know you can draw these because you do them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But you're becoming much more observant of how light hits things.
Yeah, because I have to constantly, because I do have a bunch of these pencils, so I have to like really go up close or like see what the lighting was. So I
This-
try to do it as simple as possible.
This is really nice. The background is done really well too. The composition is good.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be finished later.
Yeah, that's gonna be finished totally later. But this is like, I'm almost there.
Wow. Good for you, Stephanie. I'm glad you're finishing something. I was worried you weren't gonna. I mean, you work forever on things, so.
I know, I'm sorry. Well, I just wanted to get as much as I can add in like the short amount of time.
Okay, well, keep going. I'm seeing ones that are about half, or 3/4 done. Zooming, Stephanie. Gabby, who just came, is the only one who's really finished, I think. But she tends to, she just does it in such a systematic way. Gabby, are you listening? She's there, but she's.
Yes, sorry. Yeah,
okay.
right now. Yeah.
So we looked at yours before you came.
Oh yeah, I had internet issues, so I had trouble joining for like a bit, and I was like, what the heck? So yeah, sorry about that.
Stephanie, I really like this part of the pencils. And I
The metal.
I like the little guy too. A little whatever it is.
Pikachu.
A Kikachu.
Yeah, because I was like,
Ton of animal.
it was supposed to be the pencil by itself, but I thought it looked so plain. I was like, I'm gonna add this on top and see how it goes. And it looks really nice.
It's very comfortable.
That's my daily mood now from this whole quarantine.
You have all your animals in your room or on your bed?
Yep, I have all my stuffed animals, my figures, and all that stuff. So I'm probably gonna add those on most of my projects.
You should definitely do a lot of paintings with your animals as still lifes.
Mm-hmm.
Because you love them and that comes out in your painting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was like my whole planning. That was actually my whole planning for this whole thing.
The first time I met Stephanie, everybody, she was going up the elevator with with a friend and a whole bunch of her animals because she was a little nervous, I think, about the first days of school or something, but she was loaded down with all sorts of stuffed animals.
This one was mostly the main one.
Oh my God. Anyway, they should definitely be part of your paintings.
Okay.
Cool. What's this little part of him?
That's the tail.
Oh,
It's this awkward flat tail.
Okay, keep painting. All right, so thank you very much for sharing that. Andy, she's painting in layers, so it's nice to see. She doesn't use quite so many for each brush stroke, so she's doing it in, areas, which is better than every single little mark, because, then when you want to redo it, you can go to a whole area rather than, um, layer, 36, because you just do a tiny bit of marks. I mean, it's sort of better to group them in larger areas. I mean, larger amounts. You end up with maybe 30 layers at the end, not 100. Okay, thank you. Let's see. So I'm keeping these as progress works. It's really fun to see them. I think Ryan's was coming. Yep. Ryan, it's downloading. I'm gonna heat up my coffee. Or tea, whatever. Wow. Ryan, that's
I love the mountains.
colors are beautiful. I love this color in the mountain together. Can you hear me, Ryan?
Yeah, my headphones are kind of dying.
You what?
I can hear you.
Oh, good. The colors are absolutely beautiful. I love these little things. It looks a lot like the photo.
Mm-hmm.
The color is so beautiful.
Yep, that's what I was thinking about.
So where are you going to put detail? Are you just still working?
Look at the original. I still need to do a bit more for the dishes. I need clouds and all the plants.
Yeah. So all these, how are you going to do that? Make a brush? This is done really
Probably.
well. You've done this really well in the
It could use some more work.
yeah. And then the clouds, that's going to be hard.
Mm-hmm.
So go to some videos. If you don't have lynda.com, there's other people doing it online about painting clouds in Photoshop. Okay?
All right.
Because a lot of people who think they do it better. I mean, you're going to bring up quite a few people who think they have a handle on that. The mountains feel really good already. This, I can see what they are in the painting that you've already done. Maybe a little bit, more texture on the satellite dish.
Yeah, I was doing that.
Wow, it's coming out really good though. Now I want to see the one you've painted again. I see. Oh,
You can turn off the line layer.
layer. Oh, cool.
Mhm.
Oh, there's some lines. There's some lines still. Where was that? I don't know where that was. Does it say lines?
The
It seems like,
black lines on the dish and those are all supposed to be there.
okay, cool.
What we've done.
So I'm seeing everything. All right.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice. I
Mhm.
love seeing them in progress. It's really fun for me because, it's like watching this thing come to life. I mean, I used to watch my grandfather paint. He was a professional portrait painter. That's how he made his money his whole life. He trained for 10 years at the Düsseldorf Art Academy in Germany to do it. And, he would start and build this painting. I mean, it would start with just shapes,
Mhm.
and he would build it out and add detail and add highlights. And the thing it was like magic for me. So that's how I think I became a painter, just watching him in his studio. It was a little house in back of his house. And he made his whole lifetime, he bought a house doing that. I mean, he was really good at it. So that's what these are like for me, seeing it come into being. Yeah,
All right.
thank you. So cool. The colors are really beautiful in this one too. You guys are doing great. It's really fun for me to see this. Well, so are any others that keep going, Ryan? I
All
like
right.
starting to put detail. I don't think the mountains need a lot more detail. They're in the background. You've done them nice. They're almost finished. I think they're finished.
All right.
The sky is fine too.
Mm-hmm. sky is pretty much directly ripped from the image, though.
Anything else you want to say about it or ask?
Not really.
I'm going to be curious how you do the bushes. If if you didn't want to do the clouds, you really wouldn't have to, but I guess you want to try that.
Yeah,
I like the gradient in the sky right now, but
I don't really know how I'd make it fit with the style of the mountains. Because they're more cartoony, I guess. And the only way of making clouds look decent is to not do that.
well, there was this guy I'm going to go into, let's see, I'll find it during break. I have a hard drive here that came to me and he did a demonstration for an hour on making smoke. And that's what he's doing. Wow. So he used a dual brush. He made it into a dual brush. So I might be able, I wish I recorded it, but he gave me his website. So I just have to find his card. I'll email you the information. Because I think he does some demos on his website. Let's see. I'm going to put this down for just a minute. I might have inside my, let's see. Well, here's one that somebody did of smoke just because I liked it and I have it saved in my class. And we were doing smoke and smoke and fire. That was pretty good. But it isn't what you want. But you can do it with any brush that allows you to paint in a sort of poofy, cloudy way. So you just have to find a way that you think you can build up marks that look like clouds. And let's see, I'll get his name for you right now. So I think it was under exercises, tutorials, demos, Photoshop. Here, creating smoke brush. I'm looking for it, but yeah, I think I'm gonna have to look more. I don't see it right now, but I'll find his name. And it was in here. I thought it was in here, but I'm not finding it. Anyway, he also gave me his card. He had a lot of promotional material about himself. And might be under brushes. This might be his work. I don't know. I think that was one of my students. I'll find his material. But obviously you want something that helps you make something that looks, this was smoke. We were trying to do smoke. But I'll find his information. He gave me a lot of his stuff, so I have it still. And you could go to his website. So I think he did it with something